About 20% of our state does not have good internet access.
Right now on your news at noon, Governor Henry McMaster is announcing a new way for students to learn from home, what this new initiative will mean for students in rural areas. Plus, global trials of the coronavirus vaccine have been put on hold. We're taking a look at the reason why ahead. And get ready for more showers and storms in the Midlands. We'll take a look at your 10-day forecast. Your news at noon starts right now.
Live from Columbia, this is WIS News 10 at noon. Live, local, now.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for your news at noon. I'm Brittany Johnson. All new at noon, Governor Henry McMaster, State Superintendent Molly Spearman, and other state leaders have announced a new education initiative. The initiative will be geared toward delivering educational instruction to students in rural areas of our state through datacasting. Datacasting technology supports the delivery of instructional content to students living in areas with limited or no broadband access. Through this initiative, SCETV plans to serve approximately 5,000 students across 34 school districts, which were significantly impacted by the coronavirus pandemic.
Today, I'm pleased to announce that the state of South Carolina will be investing $1.3 million to expand datacasting at SCETV. Datacasting is the one-way broadcasting of data or information through television signals.
Currently, SCETV is piloting this initiative in Fairfield, Jasper, and York 1 school districts. Turning now to our coronavirus coverage, DHEC is launching a new pledge project to help engage South Carolina businesses in the fight against COVID-19. The Stay SC Strong project encourages business leaders to follow 4 workplace safety practices to help curb the spread of the virus. This includes wearing masks, reducing employees' exposure, quarantining when necessary, and encouraging recommended guidelines. Businesses that take this pledge will be given signs to put up and graphics to share on social media to show their commitment to fighting COVID-19. The Stay SC Strong website also has resources for the public, like how to cope with stress during the pandemic. Finally, to that by going to this story on WISTV.com. Some encouraging news in the battle against the virus. DHEC reported the fewest COVID-19 cases yesterday since early June. That was 339 new COVID-19 cases, bringing the total number of cases since March to about 123,800. 766 COVID-19 patients are currently hospitalized. DHEC reports a percent positive of about 11.3% after nearly 3,000 test results on Monday. The health agency also announced 5 new COVID-19 deaths. All of those happened within the last 3 days. The death toll is now at 2,772 people. Taking a look now at more recent COVID-19 data from DHEC, the agency says there are 233 active cases among students and staff in schools across our state. Of those, 138 were cases among students and 95 among employees, like teachers, kitchen staff, and coaches. There are 27 schools in the Midlands with fewer than 5 total cases. The University of South Carolina has now resumed its saliva testing on campus, but with limited capacity. The school says it's in the process of rebuilding capacity and working to expand personnel in their labs. The university is reporting 654 active cases on campus right now. All but 14 are among students. That number is down from last week, but again, saliva testing at the university had been put on hold for a few days. The total number of quarantine space in use has gone down to 65%, but some students have been placed in hotel rooms at the Spring Hill Suites in downtown Columbia. The university says the hotel has 2 full or queen-size beds in most rooms. Students who have the same quarantine end date have been placed together. Some parents say they were not made aware that their student would have a roommate in isolation, but the school says any student who would prefer a single room can contact the housing office. It's now been 1 week since DHEC eased restrictions for nursing homes, once again allowing residents to have visitors. But some families say the new rules don't go far enough. Last week, DHEC announced requirements that had to be in place before a facility could allow outdoor visits for family or friends. George Womble's wife is in a long-term care facility in the Midlands. He says the facility has not yet communicated to him its plans to reopen to visitors. Womble says his wife suffers from Alzheimer's, and he's concerned the guidelines will create confusion, not comfort.
I'm going to want to take her to walk for a few minutes. I can't do that. The guidelines, I have to be distant 6 foot from her. I cannot touch her. She is going to wonder as what is going on. Does my husband not love me anymore?
State health leaders say the rules were designed to protect the patients and their families from COVID-19. As of yesterday, there are 138 active cases at facilities across the state and have been more than 5,300 in total since April. There have also been more than 1,100 deaths among residents in nursing homes and 20 staff deaths. A developing story now we're following. WIS is looking to allegations of an assault involving Gamecock football players. A parent of a USC student has gone on social media saying several players attacked his son, Kamarl Reynolds Hall. Reynolds Hall's father says the fight allegedly took place in late August between his son and at least one Gamecock football player. Sources say the following day, Reynolds Hall allegedly went to a Gamecock football player's room on campus at 650 Lincoln and destroyed a TV and other property. According to the U of SC police report, Reynolds Hall's father reported his son was assaulted by several people on August 23rd at the same residence. In a separate document given to WIS, the father claims that a total of 13 current Gamecock players attacked his son, but did not say when the attack occurred. In a statement, U of SC said that Coach Tanner and Coach Muschamp are aware of the allegations, but the university had no further comment as the investigation by U of SC police is ongoing. Amid protests for police reform across the U.S., several organizations are sponsoring a virtual town hall meeting to come up with supportive options in response to issues in the Rochester, New York community. You're taking a look at protesters painting the words murderers and BLM or Black Lives Matter on the street of downtown Rochester during a demonstration last night. The town hall is expected to cover issues that include mental health, homelessness, and other emergency situations. This comes in wake of the death of Daniel Prude back in March. Police covered Prude's head with a spit sock after they say he started spitting and said he had COVID-19. Prude's family said he was suffering a mental health episode and also on the mind-altering drug PCP. Since the release of the body cam video of the incident, protesters have been calling for the police chief and the mayor to resign. Yesterday, Rochester Police Chief LaRon Singletary and the entire command staff of the department announced they were retiring. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren says Chief Singletary will remain in charge of the department through the end of this month. Stay with us, a check of your forecast when we come back.